Okay, stream is going, so you
Son of
guys
a...
you guys had last time I think taken out the monster dude. Um
I recall getting emergency teleported, and
yeah,
then there was some swamp stuff.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the swamp stuff.
Okay.
So you killed no, delete. You killed that thing. And getting the spreadsheet. Yeah. So
I remind you that we didn't kill it, we just left it. I'll probably stabilize it before we go, just so it doesn't die.
yeah. All right. Well. So we're gonna get
You know where the party is?
well, first, let's consider what you've been doing this whole time, Darby. Because you sometime back, you wouldn't necessarily notice this immediately. You've been guarding the prisoners that you guys found, and you wouldn't have noticed this. You probably wouldn't have noticed this immediately, but at some point you would have realized your friends have been off for a while. And in fact, give me a perception check.
Roll perception. Good, but I will do what I can.
So you hear the sounds of combat in the northern room, in the room to your north, and then you don't.
Shit.
Now, you might go to investigate, but it does also dawn on you that if someone just bodied your entire party, you will not live if you go to investigate them.
Okay.
Since we're focused on you, I'll move to here. And yeah, you have sight, so.
I'm gonna kind of slowly move and see if I can try to peek through the door or something.
Okay.
A glimpse, and then if whether or not it's
get rid of this for now. Okay. So peeking through that door, you don't necessarily notice anything in particular. It's really just a hallway.
or though. Gotta peek through, just like real carefully. Can I roll stealth?
Yes, you can roll stealth. You can roll all of the stealth. That, however, as you leave, the prisoners are like, "Wait, where are you going?"
I have to investigate. Stuff isn't right. I need to make sure that I can get you out of here without something terrible following us.
But something terrible might come in here while you're gone.
I'll be quick.
Roll diplomacy.
Let me see here. To stick around, then I'll just leave. I don't want there to be more loss than there should. Yeah, with that,
Yeah.
I'm thinking. All right, guys, but I'm gonna have to cut my losses here, so I'm gonna take these fine folk out of this fucked up place.
Okay. So, You then enter the swamp. Okay, so this would have been some time ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy, and I'm gonna paste you over here and alter your token to make it so you don't have too much sight.
Okay.
Because each of the hexes on the next square over represent 100 feet.
Okay.
So,
Represent.
you would emerge through the entrance. So we're gonna place you here. And go ahead and give me a couple turns of movement.
Okay. Oh wow, hexes.
By a couple turns, what I mean is a couple of hexes. Each turn is 1 hex.
In what direction was it back to civilization?
Civilization is to the south.
Let's go direct.
Okay.
And basically tell the people, I'm sorry I don't have any items to help too much with any pain that might be going on. We're gonna have to foot slug this real hard to make it safe. But I believe in you, and I will stand in front of whatever may harm you.
All right. So, you do eventually, couple squares movement in, you are going to come across a creature. So we're just gonna move back over to this map, and we're gonna move. Give yourself updated health, by the way, if you've not.
I have to check a thing. Hell Knights have the same hit die.
Yeah,
they
it's
They have
the same hit
D10s.
die. Real quick, because I haven't done that. Okay, so okay, I will update my health here.
Okay. This is a large. Let's try portraits. Let's try everything. Okay. It doesn't like that. You're close enough. Nope, didn't tell you to do that. And all right. So creature comes into your view.
Oh dear.
Go ahead and give me an initiative.
What the hell is that?
$15. Oh wait, what am I doing? I need to hit the initiative button. What am I doing? 1 second. Same.
Okay. And the they get an initiative as well. So they are wise enough to clear the immediate area, so they'll step back far enough that they're mostly irrelevant, and it's just you and the monster. Monster's turn. It is going to technically... Yeah, it can technically charge, so it's going to do that. Not you.
It's immediately aggro, or does it want it to just get out of its territory?
It
like it did
is
us.
it is a big bad predator monster. So its immediate instinct is to kill and try to eat him.
That's a good instinct.
So 17 to hit you.
Nope.
And
Flat-foot.
It should be here.
Oh, flat-footed. Let me see. What is hit?
I just heard the word hit.
And
Okay, I heard an nt sound, so I assume that was part of doesn't. Your turn.
all right. 20 to hit it.
You hit the heck out of it.
I'll roll my second. 1.
21. That will also hit the heck out of it.
Okay. 16 magical piercing damage. Oh wait, I'm the only. Add one more to that. Actually, I forgot my trait.
Yeah.
So 17, and then for the second one, 17 again.
Down. So these guys come running back up, and they look up at you like kind of. They're all kind of impressed. They're like, one of them who's a little kid is like, you killed that thing in you killed that thing in like 5 seconds.
About knowing how to strike, it obviously had no care to defend itself, so I simply ran it through and twisted.
So, I'm going to ask, Serena can keep her 15. I'm going to have the rest of you guys roll initiatives. This is arbitrary, but just to determine how we move in the swamp.
Gosh darn it.
Okay. Quist, what do?
Yeah. Move, I believe it was north and west I was moving, so keep doing that.
You see the temple.
Oh, cool. I heard some noises last time I was moving towards them. Does I still hear the noises?
Yeah, I think you were hearing Kevin and Landir, who, by the way, are now moving as a unit. So, or not Kevin and Landir, Kufoth and Landir, who, by the way, are now moving as a unit. So I'm going to delete Kufoth's initiative.
Yeah. Did I recognize the voices?
Yeah, you feel like it might have been, which confuses you because you saw Landir die.
Yeah, that's right. I am invisible, and I'm thinking if it's not them, then they won't see me. So I call out and say who I am and hope for a response.
Okay. I want everyone to roll a perception check.
Included?
Yes, Serena
Everyone.
included. Kufoth, you hear You hear what is said, understand it, and recognize whose voice it is. Serena.
Which direction?
What?
Which direction did the voice come from?
That line is too long, but it indicates the direction.
I can't. Okay, now I see a line. Thank you.
Landir, same. Ernst, same. Here's a line that is too long but intersects. Darby, it happens like right as a tree just happens to fall behind you, and so you don't hear shit.
Okay.
Landir.
Okay. Move in that direction.
Okay. Ernst. Leon.
I forgot I was muted.
You move. You see, you actually come across a cave and roll a perception check.
Okay.
You realize there are some people hiding in that cave, people who you recognize from earlier.
Oh, splendid.
You have the option not to acknowledge that you see them and to just ignore them completely.
Let me look real quick. I feel like I have Detect Undead, but I don't have it on my list currently.
I said before that you recognize them.
Yeah, but that doesn't make them not undead.
I'm reasonably sure you did earlier detect undead on them, and they did not.
Yeah, they're not undead.
Yeah. Okay, I will...
Remember you.
Let me see if I can find it. Stealth is really low, that's not gonna work. Hi, people in the cave.
They kind of sort of almost flinch. They're like, then they step out and they're like, "Hi. Where are you headed?"
Town?
"Oh. Good, good.
Why?
Maybe we could come with you? It'd be good to
Yeah.
have extra muscle."
Yeah, sure.
All right.
They were cooperating with undead, dude.
I mean, that's cool, but they escaped, so...
Quest.
Do I get a response when I yelled?
Yeah, you get one from me since I did hear you.
Okay, I say I am by the temple. I will wait here until you guys arrive.
Okay. Give me extra perception checks from Serena and Leon.
Okay.
Leon, you know that your friend is by the temple and is saying this, and Serena, you now hear it as well. It's coming. You know which way the temple is. It's immediately north. So you can turn back, or you can continue taking these people to town.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn back actually and just be like, hey, that might be someone someone living.
You recognize Quist, like you know who that is.
Tell them, well, hey, it's Quist. He's a buddy.
Okay. So they'll go along with you. A couple of them grumble about it, though.
Okay. Alright.
Going deep into the swamp is a bad idea.
So,
going back to try and meet with Quist.
okay, that was too many. So we're only doing them one at a time.
Okay.
Though I think for the purposes of time, maybe accelerate it to 2 now.
Yeah, because Darby's got a arena match too. So
Landir.
What?
And Landir and Kufoth.
Oh, we move towards the quest. Right, Landir? I think Kevin is muted, so I think he says yes.
Okay,
Yep.
that's 1, and then 1 more. We decided
Which way do we think is the closest to quest?
to the right.
Right.
Okay. You see the temple now. Ernst.
I admit to having fucked up. My perception should have been lower. I was reading form, but that doesn't matter. 2 steps, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. 2 steps.
Okay. Alright. Come across a thing. Since you're alone, just roll initiative in such a way that it doesn't end up on the thing.
Okay.
No, not you, Darby.
Okay. Got a +2. 12.
Alright. You see some kind of cat monster, and it's growling at ya.
Okay. Who's first?
I have not gotten to its thing. So let's go to that. Restore something. Okay. Alright, that's its initiative. Do. You are.
Cool. Handle animal. Backing away slowly. Not making eye contact.
Seems to calm down a little. It lets you get away.
Good job.
Yep.
Okay. Quist.
I'm staying put, waiting for the arrows and keeping an eye out, so I'm not surprised by evil monsters or something.
Does he see us?
Not quite.
Cool.
Serena.
Continuing north.
Okay. And 1 more.
Back to the temple.
Landir and Kufoth.
Going to the temple, I guess, or are you still looking for our friend?
You've led your villagers in a circle. They are very confused and afraid.
Out, Kufoth.
Do I hear the shouting?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll shout back if he wants to do another movement towards us.
Okay. From here, you'd be able to move to his square. From...
Cool. So we're in the same square.
Okay. Okay. Ernst.
That's it for me.
You, as you move, on the ground, 1 second. you do find a couple of objects. You find a little satchel hanging off of a skeleton, and in that satchel there are 2 potions of Cure Light Wounds,
Okay.
2 potions of Cure Moderate Wounds, and 1 potion of Lesser Restoration.
Okay.
Quest.
Still waiting. Do I see any of the guys?
You can tell that you can hear them speaking. You know that they're coming.
Yeah, I go to meet them.
Okay. You can get to them in 1 move. They're this way.
Okay. Just give me a second. Which way? Cool. I see them. Hi, guys.
Oh,
Okay.
moment, aren't I?
So, you now see. So what you guys now see is Quist, and also Landir and Kufoth. A moment earlier, you would see that Serena had the prisoners with her. Would you have any particular reaction to that? They would have recognized each of you, though they would, seeing that your appearance has now changed, Landir, they sort of back away from you. They look at Serena nervously.
Does the Hat of Disguise protect me? Fix that?
You're right. You're right. That does exist. So
So at this point, like, I won't try to hide it too much from my friends since, like, they're in on it. But for the purposes of outsiders, I will try to hide it.
okay. So you're by the temple now. You can choose to re-enter it.
Say we get these fine folks back to town first.
Oh, how long is the trip back to town?
Couple of hours.
We still have a kid we need to rescue.
Yeah, and we need to kill this vampire dude.
All right.
So should we go back or should we rescue?
If that's the case, I talk with the people here, and I say, "Okay, good. My friends are safe. You somewhere safe inside the temple. We're gonna go kick the ass of the vampire, so that way this shit doesn't happen again."
There is nowhere safe inside the temple.
Just go to a cave and hide.
No, well,
Okay, would you rather be out here where there's where it's more open, or inside the temple that we've almost completely cleared out?
all right then.
Oh, it's creepy, but hey, I'll tell you what, everyone. I'll give you something here to hold on to. As she says, and she's going to give them where's this fucking thing? Never mind, I barely have anything I could give them for stuff on torch, but that's about it. To them, hang on to this and such. Think of me and think of how we are going to triumph this day.
Okay. So one of them has the ion torch.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll do a few heal checks if that's allowed to, like, ease some pain. I do have a healing kit. Is that allowed?
Sure.
Yeah, 1 sec. Let me see what my bonus is. Does the healing kit give you +2 or +1?
I think they all give you +2, don't they?
Normally it's
Okay.
+2.
So it's 30.
Any needs that they had, you are able to address.
Cool. Thank you. That's all. And just FYI, guys, I have no more channels. Could we maybe take a quick stop for me to learn some new spells or add them to my prepared? So I do have open slot.
So you guys' choice.
What do you guys think? This is like a group.
So do you
Decision.
need
I hope so, yeah.
do you need like an hour or longer?
I don't know how long this
It's
take.
less than an hour because you're only doing a couple of slots.
It's 15
I only
minutes.
have
Is this the
15.
slots we acquired when we were level 7?
Yep. Yeah. When we became level 7.
It should take 15 minutes. It should be.
So I have the same spell slots then to fill,
Should.
basically.
Okay, I'll see what spells I should add.
Okay.
Healing would be nice at least for today, but
I mean, I could spontaneous cast that. So I should prepare something else and spontaneous cast it if I need to. You know what? I might just prepare Searing Light instead. Like a level 3 and a level 4 slot. Was it Searing Light that did damage against undead? I think it was. Let me make sure.
Searing Light is a good spell. Ah, damn, I haven't picked all my 4th level spells yet. Forgot about that.
Cool. Okay. So I have 2 Searing Lights, I suppose. And a Wall of Fire.
All right then.
What's the alignment of the party?
One of them.
Can each of you tell me their alignment, please?
Neutral good.
Why should we tell you our alignment?
Because I have spells that might harm neutral people.
Oh. Yeah,
I am
neutral.
lawful good.
Anyone that is neutral or evil.
I'm neutral.
Okay, you're neutral, so I might harm you.
let me. Oh, give me 1 second.
You're
I
not
wouldn't
chaotic
recommend.
evil
I
yet,
would-
are you?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, don't worry, I won't.
Okay. So. Let's see. So as you go back in, you will notice that most of the doors that had been open are now reclosed. At least a significant portion of them. So.
So the dude has returned.
Yeah, he happened to be teleported almost. He wound up like 2 squares away from the temple, and he went back in almost immediately. In fact, the only reason he and Darby didn't bump into each other is because they were from different directions.
Lucky.
Yeah. Darby just happened to venture. Well, didn't just happen. It was because it was that way back, but he ventured south. Yeah. Oh. Continue to be. There's no reason not to keep going.
Okay, show me where you guys think the vampire is. I'm ready to kick this guy's ass.
Or at least try.
Who took the stake that we can kill him with? Was this in this adventure, or am I mixing them up?
No. The one priest had a wooden stake in case the vampire betrayed her.
Yeah. Who has it?
I probably have the highest strength. I could probably do the best damage with it.
Where is that stake? When did we fight a cleric?
You fought an undead cleric in one of the rooms toward the bottom.
Oh, cool.
And
sorry about my coughing.
I believe, had a stake in her gear.
Yeah,
I remember putting it there, and Torsiv remembers having it.
Yeah, I remember seeing a stake on the list.
It's on the sheet. It has no value, so we're keeping it forever.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
No reason to not keep it.
Okay. So.
Humam wants to sell it for nothing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It is. I would say that you'd be able to get like maybe you would be able to get like a couple of silver pieces for it just because you happen to be in Ustalov. But it is more valuable to yours than it is to anyone else, because it's sort of like it's a supply demand thing. Like, demand here is high, but supply is also high because anyone can just make one.
Right. It takes like 5 minutes of work to just whittle a little point.
Yeah, it's sort of like a bunch of teenagers in Sunnydale High just kind of sit around a couple hours, make a whole big supply of them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they need to be blessed or something?
Nope.
Not in Ultimate Equipment. They don't. It just any old piece of wood. It just fucks them over.
Yeah.
It doesn't kill them. It's Vampire the Masquerade rules where it paralyzes them. But what it is you paralyze them with the stake, and then you just carry them into an open area, and the sun will kill them.
Hit them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you set them on fire. That's valid too.
Hmm.
Actually,
yes, it is.
So just for purposes, I think what useful is I can hold the stake in one hand and my shield in the other, and it won't dramatically impact my effectiveness.
Sounds about right.
Recalling your claws, the stake is a manufactured weapon, but that doesn't prohibit you from using it. That just that just causes a penalty.
Right. Does anyone else want to? Anyone else proficient with simple weapons that they want to give it a try?
What?
Who wants to be the stake wielder? I can do it, but my to hit might not be the best. So I was.
Yeah, I'm not really a close combat guy, so.
Okay. I'll take care of it then.
Humam, do you open that door?
Yes, I opened the door. After everybody's here. Let's not do anything stupid. Do I need to look for traps up here, or what?
There are no traps.
Okay, thank you. I opened this door.
I can't find my character, but I'm sure it's
Nope.
here.
It's nope. That's it is not around. Let me find it.
But if I'm not around, then I don't die, so that's a good thing.
Virtually invisible. That explains a lot.
Yeah.
No, it's not on the GM layer. I just it must be that I modified it here and then carried it to the other place.
Mhm.
So I will copy and paste it from over there. It will be the wrong. It'll have the wrong dynamic lighting. I'll just take a second to set that up. Remind me. You are a tiefling, yes. So you have 60-foot dark vision.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Has sight 60, and there is no dim light.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So the next, these guys follow behind. They're like, so you said something about finding a place for us?
Yeah. Not here. There's too many doors. We have to get you into. Let's put them in the one front room where we killed that Damon.
Okay.
I suggest have them in each in a, or like all here or at the entrance. Just because it's, you know, a bit better. Let's go, everybody. Not.
We're still not in a place.
I just said maybe put
You
them
did
at
just
the...
you did just say something. There's a
Well,
whole team.
maybe if the party even reacted to what I just said.
Yeah, and
we can
that's in
maybe
that way
get
it is halfway their problem. That's true.
We're just gonna be more compassionate than this, and I'm going to lead them to that room.
Yeah, we need to keep the prisoners safe.
Okay. So to the entrance room where you fought the Daemon.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
cool.
Okay. They upon being there will start Actually, yeah, there are only 2 ways into that room, so they're gonna bar one up. They're gonna start pushing couches up against one of them unless you tell them not to.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
It's a good idea.
Good idea.
Actually,
I applaud that.
okay. Yeah, they'll do that then. Okay. So you're then at the top.
Where is Ernst?
On the way to town.
Yeah. He's just kind of
cool.
not participating.
Cool.
Which is going
Yeah.
You're going to be very happy about that soon.
I
Sure.
suspect as much.
Shit, have you guessed it?
What, family?
Don't think about what I just said.
Darbo, do you wanna come with us, or, you know?
Hey, sorry,
Maybe.
I'm looking up a thing, so that way I could be. Where are you guys? What
He-
direction did you go? Oh, okay, I see.
He did slow you last combat. Checking because what's wonderful about this particular combat is he's used all his best spells and his buffs have worn off, so he's going to be much easier.
Holy shit.
So,
I opened the door.
all right.
I assume you have initiative up because you want initiative?
I want initiative, yes.
Tian. Steon, you know what I mean?
Actually, this guy's not gonna stand right there because he wouldn't necessarily take orders from. I'll put him here because you guys should be able to see him. Yeah, they're both gonna be a little ways back, and la. Okay. Looks like Quist wins initiative. What do you do?
Quick question. When I did the invisibility on the outside, is that worn off?
It's minutes per level, right?
Yeah, we took 15 minutes.
Per level, right?
Yeah, so that's worn off.
Yeah, most
Took
definitely.
15 minutes to prepare.
Yeah. I don't see anything from where I'm standing, and I'm not really the guy who bashes in the doors, so I will hold my action.
Okay. Landier.
Door open?
Yes, the door's open. It's why I
Okay.
let you see through it.
Okay, so just for clarification, before the wind stake thing is only after he's helpless, correct?
I mean, I think you can get. I mean, it's as easy as, you know, shoving the wooden stake through someone's heart.
Is that a primary attack, or is that after we've knocked him down with hit points?
You-
Most likely,
yeah.
you would knock him down first, and then find
Right.
his coffin, and then go after him.
Gotcha. So the wind stake will just be in reserve. Won't be wielding it for the purpose of that.
Okay.
And so
Am I muted?
No.
No, you're not. We can hear you.
18 for 25 damage.
Do. 18 hits its flat foot, and 25 damage finishes it off.
Okay.
Awesome.
Did I trip the unconscious person?
I don't understand.
I get a free trip attempt, but obviously doesn't matter for that.
Are you gonna trip one that's dead?
I think it's probably it's gonna collapse.
Holy
'cause obviously
shit.
Let's
You have
see.
plus 14 to hit. Damn.
He used Mirror Image last combat. He used Eagle. No, he did have 2 of those. Alright. He disappears.
Disappears as in goes invisible,
As in
or
invi-
disappears?
He
Okay.
He's invisible.
Okay. I use my invisible. Ah, shit. Oh no, actually, never mind. Yeah, I use my invisibility perch, and I move to where he, like here, and within 30 feet of me, nothing is invisible.
You don't see him.
I keep moving until I see him.
Do you have enough movement speed to do that?
I have 30 feet, so I think I do. 15, so yeah, I would stop here.
Okay. It's yeah, you see him?
It should be 35 feet, by the way.
Yeah, 35 feet then.
You see him a little sooner
There's
then.
that. And I direct you guys to where he is.
Well, we just see him.
Yeah,
No, we don't.
invisible-
Oh yeah, visible approach, yeah. Right, visible approach.
Serena.
Gonna move down this way. Get him. Excuse me. 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And what I was going to say is that there's actually rules in the called shot rules for actually just straight up staking a vampire while they're standing if you manage to crit with the stake.
That's cool. Too bad we're not using cold shots.
I mean, it could work in this situation if Puppy allowed it.
Yeah, actually, I would say I will accept it.
As standard action, everyone, and it only works on a crit, but we could just straight up stake him while he's standing. Cool.
Yeah. That makes sense, I would say. Quist.
Okay, move in and come on, and do my shall we call it bonus spell from leveling up magic missile on the bastard.
Okay.
Using another pull point to enchant the spell and get 4d4. $14 points.
That happens.
He doesn't have a weapon, does he?
No, he has slam
Attack
attacks.
natural attacks. Yeah.
Cool.
Landier.
Double move to there would. I'm not sure if that diagonal would be possible or if that would provoke.
So you started where?
Like around there. So I'd have to go like through Darby and either diagonal to where I am or through the enemy space in where I am, depending on what you would allow.
So this is not a legal diagonal.
Okay, then I provoke them. If that moves on.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That would not.
This is the vampire, not the crypt thing.
Yeah. It doesn't have buffs now.
Cool.
He's wizard, not buffs. Its turn? Or did you have things left?
That was double moves. That was everything.
Alright then. It's going to do that, but twice. 22.
I think that just misses. Yeah, misses by 1.
Alright.
So my character is going to yell and ask for a
Silent
steak.
step.
You should have thought of that before combat started.
Do we only have one?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna have to whittle it down. That is.
Okay. Fuck.
I'm gonna do a searing light on it.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh my fucking god, will I ever type anything right?
That was a success.
Use the
I'm-
number pad if you have
I'm proud of you.
Does a 16 hit its touch?
Let me figure that out actually. So, Lou, you're gone, so... Or no, only one of you have gone. That shield bonus is straight up gone, so it should be that. So yeah, 16 will hit its touch.
Is there are vampires, what is it, vulnerable to high light?
Not... Or, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Let me read the spell.
1d, yeah, so 1d8 per caster level.
Yeah.
Take 23 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I move over here.
23, okay. Serena.
Okay. I'm gonna move down and attempt to stab it.
Okay.
Squares. $29. That's also a crit threat.
Crit threat.
It hits.
To confirm. 16 confirm?
No.
Okay. Piercing magic damage.
Okay. Not silver. Okay. Some of that damage happens. Quist.
Oh, I forgot I was muted. Moving up there and do a ball lightning in this square and this square.
Okay. And the square it's in, I assume?
I'm guessing that square is kind of occupied, so I need to move it into, or can I just put it on top of him?
You could do it in the square above him and then move it down.
Yeah, I'll do that then. I'm redirecting it
Okay.
to him, so...
He needs to make a reflex save.
Yeah.
How he do?
Let me see, let's fourth. This will be 20 reflex,
He wins.
so no damage.
Okay. Landir.
Would it be just a move action to jump up on the table?
With an acrobatics check.
Yeah, I'm doing that and something else. Yeah, I'll give it a try. It's not great. Not sure what the DC is, but we'll figure it out.
Okay.
18 make it?
Yeah.
Okay, 18 up there, and then single attack.
Okay.
24 for 22.
That happens.
And 33 for a trip attempt.
How is that? Because that's supposed to work. Because from above him, that seems questionable to me.
It's just, if I hit, I get a free trip attempt. Like, with my weapon.
Okay. So 33. Let's see. I mean, yeah, there's nowhere he's gonna get CMB that high from. So yeah, that'll work. His turn. He does some healing.
What passes for healing for vampire, that is?
Yeah. Well, his fast healing. And he is going to cast defensively. That probably loses.
For everything.
Kvath.
Okay, I'm a 5-foot step here and
There's a globe of electricity where you're standing now. It might be
sorry.
a bad move to step into it.
Then what should I do?
Wanna flank him?
I can't flank him. There's a ball of lightning here.
Yeah, I can move it when it's my turn. I can move it.
Then I'm gonna just 5-foot step back, and that's it.
Serena.
Okay. twice. 28.
That hits. That does not hit.
You get like a bonus for being prone now. So that makes a difference.
Yeah, he has
Oh,
4.
it's a +4.
It's a +4.
He immediately involuntarily switches to gaseous form
Damn it.
because you have him down.
Could we follow him?
Yes, you could.
Then we'll do that.
Okay.
Would that be a perception, or is it easy enough?
It's slow enough that you'd be able to just follow him.
Okay, cool. I assume we have the stake ready?
Does the body remains where it is, or that dissolve into the cloud?
It dissolves into the cloud. When vampires are knocked down, they involuntarily take gaseous form and immediately retreat to their coffins.
Fucked up. What if we suck up his gaseous form with a vacuum, condense it into a drinkable liquid, and drink it?
That sounds
Nobody
like-
has tried it yet, but you're free to try.
It seems he just disappeared. Do we know where he went?
Yeah. I'm trying to undo the
Yeah, just
dynamic
teleport
lighting.
us. Yeah, just teleport us, maybe.
You don't. He winds up in the room with the altar. In the little side chapel. So
Okay.
and you'd actually be able to see him go to the coffin. It's hidden under the chapel. So you'd be able to just stake him straight away.
Cool. We'll do that.
Yeah.
All right. He did have gear.
Cool. And did the crypt thing also have gear?
It did not, because it is monster.
Cool.
There was a door in the boss room that we were fighting.
Yeah,
shall we
there
check that
was.
We need to check it out.
I'm gonna read
Yeah, let's go check it out.
I'm gonna read gear first.
Thank you.
Yep.
He had a headband of vast intelligence, +2. A belt of giant strength, +2.
Ooh.
An amulet of natural armor, +1.
Mhm.
A cloak of resistance, +1. And scrolls of Eagle Splendor, Comprehend Languages, Disguise Self, Create Pit, and See Invisibility. He would also have a spellbook on him, but I don't know exactly what the content of it would be.
That reminds me. The last spellbook you gave us has a value of 21,522.5
Yeah, I'm aware.
GP.
Don't sell it.
I figured as much. That's why as soon as you gave it to
Yeah.
us, I was like, that sounds like it'd be way too expensive for.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not realize that you could sell those. I just assumed I was giving you a bunch of spells.
Mm-hmm. If you want to, like, you mentioned ruling it as if it's seen as evil, and you
Yeah,
wouldn't
the
want to
spell
do
book.
it.
Yeah, like the spell book has a bunch of fucking scary ass religious, a bunch of scary ass Urgathoa imagery on it, and you can't really sell it to anyone seemly.
Okay, so I'm changing that to dash, and we'll just have it to keep for purposes of people with prepared spells.
Can we give it to someone that can dispose of it, like a temple or something?
BRB real
There
quick.
will be no benefit to doing this, but sure.
Wouldn't they pay for it to be destroyed? Most churches have to do so.
No, because it's worth 20,000.
Well, maybe not pay the 20,000. Maybe just like, I don't know. If you want to
Yeah.
reward us, then it's
I could think of something later, maybe.
okay. Yeah, it's your call, definitely.
But yeah, okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. I was just obviously that was an outrageous.
Yeah.
But
Do keep in mind there will be stipulations as to the undead level spells in that book.
right, you were going to rip out some of the pages.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, spells take up a number of pages equal to their level, so
Yep.
there shouldn't be a problem ripping out those pages and none of the others.
Mm-hmm.
And it was mainly those spells that are dealing with undead, which you weren't going to use anyway. So mechanically, it's going to have no impact since we're not actually going to be selling it.
Well, it's necromancy. It's not specifically undead.
I'm saying the spells that Leon has a problem with are the undead spells. So
Yeah.
removing those will have mechanically no impact on our game.
The undead creation spells, all of which are in there.
So
Cool.
it's effectively there's no real point in keeping track of it because it's not going to make a difference, except for RP stuff. Okay, so we get to the coffins under the ground, or
The coffin is sort of built into a chamber under the altar.
okay.
You are physically underground right now.
Cool.
I meant like under the current ground,
No,
relative ground.
it is not.
Could we go check the other room?
Yes. I'm gonna call a break before you do that, so that I can
cool.
do a few things and also reread my notes, because I forgot to do that
Cool.
last night.
Okay.
No worries. Okay. 10
And
minutes.
Leon,
Yeah.
not that I don't trust you not to metagame, but
Okay.
I want you to straight up for reasons you will understand once you know what it was. I would like you to straight up not listen to what's going to happen when we get back.
Sure. Okay.
Because your character's not around, and I don't want you to know.
Okay. I can multitask. I'll just
Yeah.
message me on Discord and I'll come back in.
Okay, thanks.
That works. Catch you guys in a bit.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah.
Okay, let me start some laundry here. Let me grab my coffee here. Sitting back down. All right, I'm back. 10-minute break. Sounds good. Okay, I need a fucking sugar to
Kevin,
this
did you
coffee.
distribute loot for this adventure, or was that just for Hell's Rebels?
Kevin's not here at the moment. It's me.
Okay, sorry. But we didn't get loot for this adventure. It was just for Hell's Rebels. We got the loot last time.
Oh, I'm not a part of Hell's Rebels.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
I'm the guy that had to leave because fucking work is like, oh, you work on Fridays now. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
That sucks.
Had so many bonuses to disguise and so many redundant disguises. It would be like if they pulled the face off of a Scooby-Doo monster to find another monster. What was it? Because it's practically one of the only really viable ways to get shit tons of damage and attack. I was based around using a Cestus and getting all the bonuses therein for it being both a light weapon that I could finesse and use my strength with, and also because it counts as an unarmed strike due to a bunch of bonuses.
Nice.
I was going to eventually dual wield them. My character was known as the Silver Raven.
So you were the original one in the party.
I tried to be, but it didn't turn out so because I couldn't get a good enough sphere of influence through RP or even mechanics. So fucking the entire thing felt like a waste, and as cool and thematic as it just wasn't played too well enough that honestly it just felt like I felt like both my own failings and just the premise of the campaign made it moot.
Okay.
And the advancement of being a vigilante in terms of power and stuff, because the abilities are split between your social stuff and your combat stuff. It just felt so slow that I really just wanted my character to die at one point because I felt like it was a mistake.
So you were kind of strangling yourself with all the things you couldn't do.
Fucking power curve finally started.
What was that? You disappeared in the middle.
which is makes it really suck. But you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Some sugar in this coffee.
Yep.
So I'm back. I've reread my notes now, and I'm just scarfing down that lunch I made earlier while people return.
Okay, I'm back for real now that my coffee is adequately sugared. Just due to how much stuff I've looked through, I've got a bunch of other character concepts. But for this character here in this game, if it really looks like I'm just never going to make the freaking Hell Knight test in enough levels for it to really feel like good, I have some other ideas on some stuff I want to do.
Yeah, we will probably end this session with the Hell Knight test because you're about to do the last thing that you'll end up doing. I need to assign skill ranks. Wow.
The other ideas I had though was one of the prestige classes from Inner Sea Deities. Devotion ones. Just need to think about that long and hard is all.
By the way, you've not seen... It occurs to me you've been away for a while. You are probably not aware of the fact that we did a bunch of Pokemon.
Pokemon?
You may have... Did you notice that... you might not have been able to see it, but the monster that Leon fought was a Luxio.
Oh!
And I also statted Bulbasaur and Zubat. Bulbasaur was on the random encounter table, but I never wound up rolling him. Zubat, they fought a couple of times.
Yeah, my only experience with statting Pokemon has been, one of my buddies instead was statting Anthro versions for races, for one of his games, just for the hell of it. I was going to play an Anthro Mightyena at one point.
Yeah, I'm using it because it's a way of getting myself acclimated to making my own monsters. Yeah, that's the end of that sentence.
Okay. For me, in my experience creating monsters, I've usually either taken a monster and just created a variant, or I don't have too much experience like creating templates for the most part. I have been mulling an idea around in my head for like an in-between of a Grave Knight and a Lich that is basically like a Magus Lich. I have to think about that. Basically, the entire concept is, you know how Grave Knights, their armor is their phylactery?
Yes.
Yeah, instead, this thing, their weapon is their phylactery, and they have some cool. Obvious, it's obvious, but it's not only do you have to deal with the usual stuff of you know, Lich abilities, but also of course Magus abilities, and other similar class abilities that could do things like a magus potentially. But I feel like, because isn't there something where if you foolishly put on a Grave Knight's armor after you killed it, but you haven't destroyed the magic of the armor, something happens?
I do not specifically remember that. I wonder if that's a 3.5ism.
Grave Knights didn't exist in 3.5.
Oh. No fucking idea then.
So something I was actually thinking was that the weapon animates and actually can fly around and attack after you kill the main lich. It just doesn't get all of its lichy abilities, and it's or that someone could pick it up and it could possess them. Something like that. A good chunk of some of its abilities, because I know liches get a lot of just really random odd things that that like they can use interspersed with their spells, and I think Grave Knights get a lot of bonuses that they can use while just melee fighting. I want something that will either be thematic or complement the whole concept of a lichy sort of magus character, because maguses can already do so much crazy stuff with spell strikes. I don't want to pile on more things that could just be used in tandem to make them way too ludicrous. Just having more complementary things that are still menacing in their own regard would be great. Aside from that, you already know the terror of the clown dragon.
Lol, what? Spelled W-U-T?
Remember the thing you fought in the mountain near the end of my campaign?
I'm sure if I realized what you meant by clown dragon, I would know exactly what you were talking about.
The thing that was like, Hiscaro and Chanaira sitting in a tree. F-U-C-K-I-N-G. First club's love.
I would like to point out we're streaming.
I'll stop that.
As in what reason exactly?
In a general sense, Darbo, this is something I normally say to Humam: never make that noise again.
But yeah, it was the thing that had all the children strapped up and was feeding off their dreams. Whose pattern was basically like if Kefka Palazzo was a fucking dragon, and he and you used the Chains of Light spell from your Oracle side of your Gestalt to chain him up and just fucking kill him.
Yeah. Chains of Light is a glorious spell. It is a good spell.
Got fucked up by the bouncy castle golems.
Yeah, they did good. Chains of Light is effective. It fucks things up, freezes them. I've never imagine if I played like a dedicated Oracle. If I played like a dedicated Oracle or Cleric, Chains of Light would be a real go-to for me. Because if they actually had a snowball's chance in hell of making that save rather than fucking always doing it, that would be fun. Chains of Light fucks things up.
With all the options now available for oracles as well, I imagine that you'd have a lot of fun, because like aside from new mysteries, like oh my goodness, the what's it called? The ascetic mystery is pretty nice if you just want to kind of...
Ascetic mystery is fun, though it's not. It doesn't match the kind of character I would want to play. Like, if I actually do have in Pathfinder's... Ooh, I want to tell you about my Oracle from Pathfinder Society now while we wait for Kevin. So...
Sorry, I've been here. I didn't know you were waiting on me, sorry.
Oh, so, he is a Kitsune because that race synchronizes well with being an Oracle, and for basically no other reason. His backstory is that before he got his first class level, he was in training to be a part of the cult of Shax. If you guys want to move yourself back to the room, because the next thing I think you're going to do is go into the vault. He was in the cult of Shax, who is the demon lord of psychotic murder. Those of you who are in Hell's Rebels know who I'm talking about. He's like the demon lord of Jack the Ripper, basically.
Cool.
So he was his initiation for becoming an anti-paladin of Shax, which was his intention, was to commit an act of horrible evil. And so what he decided to do was get 2 halfling slaves, because he happened to be around Cheliax, who were mother and son. He would cook the son and prepare him as a meal. I did not have that moment in Hell's Rebels in mind when I made this. It's a coincidence. And then he would cook him into a stew, and then share the meal with the mother. Make her share in eating her son. The mother, prayed to Sarenrae to intervene, and she did. And what's more, she not only prayed, instead of praying to Sarenrae to just save her life, which, as much as Sarenrae would like to, gods aren't supposed to intervene that much, so she has to spend her cards carefully. And she lets people, at the end of the day, she lets people get murdered all the time. Sarenrae, or the mother prayed for Sarenrae to also save his soul. And that expression of selflessness impressed her enough that she actually intervened. So she caused the cooking fire to explode out of control and fuck up his hands, giving him the Burnt Oracle Curse, which gives you a -4 on all attack rolls of any sort ever. Which is not actually... That's actually probably like the tamest Oracle Curse, to be perfectly honest. Because if that's not your job anyway, you're fine. And he is very much that way. That's not his job regardless of the way I built him. So he's not really that bothered by it. And so the idea is that on top of giving him his burns and stopping him from harming anyone again, basically, Sarenrae gives him oracle powers, because unlike clerics, deities give you oracle powers without asking what you want. So what Sarenrae did was... What Sarenrae is doing to him, and is doing to him as he levels up, is giving him, like, all of the really goody two-shoes oracle powers. So he has the life mystery, so he's an excellent healer. He has protection from evil, despite himself being chaotic neutral at this point. The idea is, like, even insofar as he's not really redeemed yet, he's still, partially because Pathfinder Society characters can't be evil, he still isn't willing to be part of the cult of Shax, because in his mind, by letting this happen, Shax betrayed him. So it's really cool. I find it really cool and interesting. I noticed that you guys don't.
It's an interesting concept, and it's a good insight into some character concepts I'm considering, because I want to play like an Elder Mythos cultist or something.
That sounds really fun.
Cultist of Hastur.
Yeah, the Oracle works really well because Oracles in universe get their powers non-consensually. Oracle can work really well for, like, redemption arcs. Like, in this case, like, I would love to do a version of this character over an ongoing campaign. I would need a GM who was going to cooperate with this, and, for instance, was going to waive the penalties you're supposed to take for changing alignment, which I've never used those. I normally disregard them. Because all I care about is that the paladin gets the smities if they're supposed to. I don't care that you are this one alignment or the other. I just care that it's clear, so that the universe will react correctly to you. But technically you're supposed to take like a -1 to everything for like a month or for like 2 weeks after changing alignment. I know that in AD&D, you straight up lost a level. Like you got kicked back in terms of experience. And so you would go from being level 9 to level 8, and you would be level 8 for the rest of forever. Well, until you leveled up again the normal way, and you would never get that XP back. That.
I'm back.
Cool. So, you guys are now in that place. Let me make sure the camera is near you. And go ahead and just sort of as a matter of course, give me perception checks as you enter the room.
On it.
A funny thing just happened. Lol. Okay. So you open this door. You don't see anything immediately. I'll read you the description of this room in a second. But upon opening it, you hear, "Hello?" It's the kid you're looking for.
Cool. We're here to save you, and I make it so that he recognizes my voice.
Kufoth.
Yes.
Hi
It is
there.
I.
I'm going to send you something over Discord.
Cool.
I'm also going to read the description of this room. The walls and supply cases of this room are full of valuables and crafting materials. None of these seem as ancient as the structure surrounding them. So he kind of emerges like, who's here?
It's just a party. Don't worry, you're safe. And I whisper to him that I know.
Okay, he looks at you.
You're safe. Don't worry.
All right. I'm gonna have him roll a sense motive check. Not that I don't believe you,
Against
but
diplomacy.
Yeah.
Diplomacy.
Okay.
+7, so 27.
All right. Okay. Yeah, he seems a little more relaxed than he did a second ago.
I give him 1 sec. Let me make sure. Yeah. Let's get you out of here.
Thanks. He will whisper to you. And the answer to his question is yes.
Don't worry, you'll be safe.
Okay. So he will
Check your Discord.
Okay. So that is going to
Okay,
guess
Poppy.
Yeah.
What knowledge do I have to roll to fix it?
Knowledge the power of a deity. You may as well have just asked what knowledge you have to pick to cure cancer.
In the town that we were in, what's the highest caster level cleric that were there?
So, and I'm gonna, now that the rest of you guys, he got a natural 1 on his disguise check. So, the moment you see him, you can tell he is trying to hide it, but he is totes a vampire.
So he has turned.
He was turned.
Well, shouldn't that go away since we killed the head vampire?
That is really, really not how that works.
This is going to be bad with the dump here.
Yeah, you feel like... In fact, you feel extremely thankful that he didn't wind up being here for this.
I wasn't part of the story when the mission to save this kid was taken, but what is it worth to the party to release this kid?
So, he and his sister are NPCs from a previous quest, is basically the answer to that question. So he's a recurrent. He and his older sister, who sent you on this quest, are recurring NPCs. So Kevin had a special conversation with him, not long ago. He was the first person that the party was ever hired to save way back at level 1.
Okay.
I immediately give him my hat of disguise.
Thanks.
Toppy, where could we find a level 9 caster around?
Let's see. The capital, Vigil would certainly have one, though getting them to do this for you, would not necessarily be getting them to... I assume what you intend is kill him and then raise him back.
Yep. They don't need to know that he was a vampire once.
Would this be okay with the boy?
I'm just checking if that's even a possibility. So is it? And how far away is the possibility? Would you like
Can't
a knowledge?
you just get a scroll of Raise Dead?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
I mean, they're expensive, but...
I don't think I can cast it though.
Yeah, you just need a caster level. Check.
So if it's on my list but I haven't gained it yet, I can still cast it with a caster level check?
Yep.
Cool. Okay, let's see how much it costs.
Oh, it costs a lot. I think it's 5,000 GP in a diamond that you need.
Yep. And the scroll itself costs like 1,000, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 1,125.
So the body of the creature to be raised must be whole, and that's not easy to do for a vampire, because most ways of killing them that would get him dead enough that Raise Dead would work would not.
So he is so far gone into vampirism that when we kill him, he will become a gas cloud.
Yes.
No, even after that.
He is a proper vampire. He is not a spawn.
Okay. This might be a problem.
I believe resurrection would work.
That's
Just
our-
rezzing him would just turn him back into a human.
Yeah.
Eventually, yes, but not for our. We don't have the resources for that.
You will someday.
But that's not feasible for the short term.
Yeah.
Raise dead is barely feasible if we.
And I,
If we put all the money together.
looking at
Yeah.
the spell, I feel like it wouldn't work. Like
Why
there should-
not?
So, the body of the creature to be raised must be whole.
Yeah, well, how much is whole? Is it like missing a few cells?
I mean, vampires, the ways of killing them do things like decapitate them, turn them to dust.
Well, how about a stab in the heart?
Doesn't kill them. Paralyzes them,
Even
remember?
How about just dealing damage to them with a piercing weapon? They have holes all
Yeah,
in
but
them,
if you
they're
raise
still
him,
whole.
then you raise a vampire again.
No.
That's not how it works.
I am going to actually look up the vampire template, just to have it in front of me. Just to see what level of resources you need. Yes. So let's see. So, if reduced to 0 hit points in combat, a vampire assumes gaseous form and attempts to escape. It must reach its coffin home within 2 hours or be utterly destroyed. It can normally travel up to 9 miles in 2 hours. Additional damage dealt to a vampire forced into this gaseous form has no effect. Once at rest, the vampire is helpless. It regains 1 hit point after 1 hour and then is no longer helpless and resumes healing at its normal fast healing rate, which will get it up in several rounds. So if you forced him into a coffin, then the thing about that is, though, he's not properly dead. That would just make him helpless. So let's check under weaknesses. Can blah 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 garlic, blah 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 mirrors. Blah 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 private dwellings. Reducing it vampires to 0 hit points or lower incapacitates it but does not always destroy it. See fast healing. However, certain attacks can slay vampires. Exposing any vampire to direct sunlight staggers it on the first round of exposure and destroys it utterly on the second consecutive round of exposure if it does not escape. Each round of immersion in water inflicts damage equivalent to blah blah blah. Vampire reduced to 0 hit points in this manner is destroyed. Driving a wooden stake through a helpless vampire's heart instantly slays it. However, it returns to life if the stake is removed. So, unless the head is severed and anointed with holy water. So, yeah. Yeah.
What if we stab it with the heart, raise it, heal it immediately?
Regeneration, maybe.
I'm inclined
Yeah, like
to say no.
Okay.
So it's either resurrection or nothing at all.
Resurrection or true resurrection.
Yeah.
In theory, we could afford it, but it would put a huge dent in our budget.
I don't mind. My own share, I don't mind it, but
We could sell pretty much most of the things, and we should be able to afford it then.
Well,
how much can vampires live without blood?
I kind of mind.
I mean, I like the kid, but I'm not sure. Like, if we're gonna be like hampered for the rest of our journey, I'm not sure what to do here.
So vampires here. You know what? I'm gonna get Blood of the Night just to be sure that I'm playing this accurately. I think what it is that they don't die from lack of blood, but they go mad basically.
Does it have to be human blood?
No, but they want human blood.
I think there's will save involved and such if you if he is too long without human blood.
Yeah, and it starts to weaken him as well. Animal blood staves off like the mechanical effects that fucks them over in combat. Let me get it. And also, unless you're bringing this up to him, give me knowledge religion checks, please.
I did give 123.
Okay. I'd say vampires are a pretty famous monster, so you'll know quite a bit about them. Is that Blood of the Night? Nope. Legacy of Blood of the Moon. There we are. So, the back of this book has hunger mechanics. Yeah. So an undead who hasn't fed recently suffers from withdrawal. Depending on the number of hunger saves it has failed, so it gets will or fortitude saves. I'm not quite sure which. As shown in the withdrawal penalties table and the facing page, an undead creature suffering from withdrawal penalties takes penalties to channel resistance, will saves, strength and charisma scores, to damage reduction, fast healing, and on disguise checks. They apply only if the creature has the ability in question. Yeah, they die if their strength or charisma penalties become equal to their strength or charisma. Because if those hit 0, then it's like losing all their constitution. They're fucked.
And they're utterly destroyed, or do they leave the body behind?
It doesn't say. He would certainly have to start. He would certainly have to start making will saves to avoid pursuing food, regardless of what was rational or made sense.
Yeah, of course, but I want to know about the body.
It says it becomes inert, helpless, and racked by nightmares of hunger. It only revives if fed by another, so it doesn't die at all.
God damn it.
It goes kind of comatose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go comatose and basically retreat into a kind of hellish nightmare state. It only gives enough okay, strength or charisma. So, yeah, it only gives enough. The table only goes far down enough to a -10 to strength and charisma, but I assume it proceeds past that, and that eventually he would be harmed by it.
I don't know.
So they can safely go. Yeah. Let's see. I was saying it does. I'm pretty sure. I'm looking for here. Yeah. So. it's ambiguous as to whether or not animal blood works. I'm inclined to think, based on the way this is phrased, or at least the way I remember it being phrased, I can't quite find the section here. It says, let's see. A vampire who refuses to feed on intelligent beings is relegated to the dull taste of animal blood out of necessity and forsakes the euphoria of a true feed. I still think that means it doesn't take withdrawal penalties. So yeah, so starving him to death isn't viable.
But we can keep him like alive
Yeah,
or unalive on just animal blood.
yeah. Assuming he has enough self-control.
And why would he not have self-control? Is there like an urge for him to drink human blood?
Yeah, he takes penalty on his will saves. He wants food.
No, but on a level of the character, it's just something he inherently wants. And so while he's not going to take the mechanical effects that would eventually kill him, the urge is going to kind of knot him until, or it is going to knot him, and depending on how much control you have over him, he may or may not give into it at some point.
Why are all our fucking characters like this? The NPCs are cursed. The fucking PCs are cursed. Everything is fucking corrupted. What is this? I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'll wait until you either do or don't have a solution to do what I'm thinking.
So if we did enough charisma damage to kill him, wouldn't that not destroy the body and raise dead would work?
No, it says if you do enough charisma damage, it just goes into a comatose.
He's immune to charisma damage, as a general rule.
Oh, okay.
From other sources other than his hunger, he's just immune to it because that's part of the undead type.
Okay.
So they have no con and they're immune to charisma damage? Damn.
They're immune to ability score damage and drain altogether.
Yeah, they have 0 con, and their hit point stat is charisma.
Damn.
So now we're at the point where either we decide we're not going to save him, or we need to tell Leon, because we can't just take all that money out of all those items and money out of the sheet without telling him. That wouldn't be fair.
I mean, from my perspective, you can do whatever you want.
I'm just saying, I think he should be included in the decision, but I don't. So either we hide it from him until we.
I'm okay with you asking him out of game, but not his character in game. If it's a matter of that, like if your characters would go behind Ernst's back and do that, then I'm okay with you asking Leon.
I don't think we would. No. I mean, I could see us doing it, but just doing it out of our shares and still giving him his share. I just can't see spending someone else's gold. I just don't see that happening. At least for my character.
Okay. Are you saying this out loud?
Does that have character?
That part, no.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's basically we spend all of our money on this, or we wait until it's more viable, or I don't know what.
But if you wait, you release a vampire into the world. Is that really something we want to do?
Poppy, how much profit did their shop make? Because I know they had a shop, and our old characters did fund it. So maybe they did make some profit that could help us with that.
I mean, probably not that much. It was making them like living type money, but not necessarily that much more.
Even with like 2K investments. What's the highest caster level in Freedom Town?
Highest caster level in Freedom Town is the one cleric of Mammon, who I do not believe is 9th level.
Not even 9th level. I need 13th level. So that's probably just Flash.
Yeah, outside
Or
of Vigil.
Vision.
Outside
Yeah.
of Vigil, you probably won't find a 13th level caster in Last Wall. You might be able to find a cleric of There's probably somewhere in Ustalav, in Califas to the south in Ustalav, you could probably find a cleric of Pharasma with that caster level. But the odds that they would probably not be very sympathetic to you, though I suppose if they didn't know, I guess if you paid them the requisite amount, they would probably do it, even if they knew that the person had been a vampire at one point. They wouldn't care. But yeah, I'm looking, and I guess magical research would be the best. Best thing here, but it returns normal return for magical research. There's a 50% chance of any return at all, and normal return is 5% a year. So
Yeah, but you did say that you were gonna make it like a monthly thing instead.
I would track it by month, perhaps. I said that, but I don't feel the need under this circumstance to increase the amount you get.
Sure, I'm very care.
I genuinely do not want to give you an out to this moral dilemma. Like, I'm gonna fight
Yeah,
against any attempt you make.
I already have an out. It's not a good one, but it's an out. I might just go take a loan at Freedom Town.
I'm just thinking that we're just
And
going to
rack
have to
up
cut
that
our
debt.
losses and put this kid at rest before it becomes trouble.
Here, here.
And
I'll
Puppy,
fight
What he said.
I'll fight you if you try.
Do you say that out loud, either of you?
Yeah, I'm inclined to think that we can't allow a vampire loose in the world. That's bad for business and bad for everyone.
Please, please don't kill me. I'll be good. I promise.
The problem is that from what we know, there's no way that we can keep that guaranteed forever. And furthermore, your own morality will degrade. You may promise this now, but you will have no such inhibitions later when you are feasting on perhaps even your own sister.
He cries. Don't you know what happens in the afterlife if you die while you're like me?
Yeah,
Don't.
we know what happens in life if someone like you is set free.
I will not let you harm him. We will find a way to resolve this without destroying this young boy.
Just pointing out, it's not a boy anymore.
This
is a
world
boy.
is so.
It's
This world
an
is so
it.
cruel. Look at even yourself. Look what.
Yeah, and your point being,
He is still the same boy we know. I can sense his will to resist within him. I think that is the best course of action.
you think?
I will not let you destroy him. There's nothing you can say that will convince me otherwise.
He's standing close to you.
Yeah. I motioned for him to get behind me. Like I'll like by the table. Like Yar.
So you would rather allow a vampire loose in the world than and let him murder thousands of people than snuff out his existence now?
I think we can find a way to resolve this. I just don't want to. I don't want to close out those avenues, and I don't think he should be subjected to the horrors. I know. I have had a taste, and I do not think any being should be subjected to that. Certainly not one as innocent and as good as him.
My character then thinks,
Pay Discord.
Hmm. I'm looking up the cost of spell casting services.
says, if you really believe that he must live, I think he should not have the burden. Perhaps there's a way that we can transfer his curse. Go back into Belkzen and live a nomad's life, feeding on the vicious orc populace, if it is so required.
That would work. That I said that I wanted to maybe become a knight. I could do it that way.
You have our full support in any situation. Me and Landier will not let any harm become of you.
Yeah, I think this is just the wrong thing. I know that there's a formula for the cost of spellcasting services. It's
Oh yeah, it is. It's 10
caster level plus spell.
10 times
No,
caster level.
not plus. Yeah, times, not plus. So 13 by 10 by 7? Yep, 7. So 70.
Holy shit!
It's pretty cheap to cast it, but the actual...
Oh, plus the material component.
So yeah, 10,000.
So 11,000, effectively.
Yeah, we have the gold for it. It'll be more than a third of what we have, including things that we are planning on keeping.
As for a loan, I would say a 10,000 GP loan would probably be about the maximum.
Okay.
I will also say one other
Yeah, go
thing, which is that there is a chandelier in the other room.
Oh yeah.
Speaking
That
of
could
which,
be
loot from let me read off loot from this room. So, have I mentioned that between the two rooms here, there's 3,000 GP of crafting material and supplies?
Okay.
The room contains 2 disguise kits, actually 3, each of which has been used somewhat, so effectively 2. 10 accent pills. 5 doses of Murderer's Silence.
Mm-hmm.
Rings of jumping, climbing, and swimming. So a ring of jumping, a ring of climbing, and a ring of swimming.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all.
Okay. And the chandelier, which is very difficult to remove,
Yeah.
and if we touch it, it loses like most of its value or all of its value.
So I'll double check exactly what I said about it. But that it's not just touching it, but so let's see, side chapel, dining room, there we are. So the chandelier weighs 4,500 pounds and is worth 10,000 GP if it can be moved and sold. Placing it in a bag or like letting its weight onto the ground will damage the glass parts, because the way it works is what makes it so valuable is that it has these beautiful glass, colored glass sculptures hanging from it. And if you let it hit the ground, like if you set it on the ground, the weight of the chandelier above will crush some of them and reduce its value to a fraction.
Could we remove the glasses, take it down, and then put the glasses on?
This would require several days of work, but it is something you could do if you choose to.
Okay. How much work and what exactly goes into it? If you have it on paper right now.
So,
If you're gonna figure it out, you can take it.
No, I thought of that. I did think of the option you're suggesting. So basically, what it would amount to is you would need a ladder or other means of flying, and you could go up there and basically just take the little glass sculptures off one at a time. And unless you screwed up quite royally, I might check for a natural one or something. You should be able to get them all down to where you could either reassemble the chandelier elsewhere, because apart from that, the rest of the chandelier you could just take down and carry around. The glassware, there's a lot of it, there's a lot of it, and you could safely keep them,
Boxes of hay?
yeah, in boxes of hay or something, so long as there were only maybe a couple dozen of the little sculptures per box. So
Yeah, sure.
they'd be quite bulky to transport, but you could transport it probably even through the swamp.
Safely.
Yeah. Or if you put the boxes in a bag of holding, you would probably be fine.
Yeah.
You would be able to buy crates in town.
And how much time would that take?
I would say you would need to be in here undoing from leaving here this moment to being back in town with everything accomplished would be maybe 6 days.
I'm game.
That sounds reasonable.
Do we have anything else pressing that we need to do?
Not really.
You're sort of on your
We
way.
do.
Yeah. You don't have any specific assignment. You're basically on your way back to Vigil to receive an assignment, but you don't know what assignment. Like you've not even really been specifically summoned. You're just kind of going back there because that's where home base is.
Yeah.
Like,
So
you probably don't want to spend a month, but you could justify your actions in these circumstances if you used the money in this way.
Okay. How much money exactly was it? If you could remind us.
10,000, and this is a flavor item, so all of that you would get.
It might be worth it, whatever the party decide to do, to take the 6 days, because 10,000 is quite much.
Yeah, that 10,000 is gonna go to reviving him.
Anyone who disagrees with reviving, I will take on their share as an owed debt, if they will allow it.
Do all of the party have to participate in the undoing of the chandelier, or how many?
I would say that 6 days is for 2 of you. Maybe
Okay.
if all 5 of you cooperate, maybe you could bring it down to 4 days.
But
I say
Do you
just do
think
it
you
in
could get the damper to participate in this?
But we're not going to hide
No?
it from. There's no way we can hide it from. It's going to be very obvious what we're doing. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He has no loyalty to this place.
Yeah.
As
right, but
for-
I'm saying like
Yeah,
if we're trying to like
certainly.
hide the rest
So-
of the party.
So, certainly he'd be willing to help out. I don't know that would get it below 4. Let me see what shit he has. So he is the same master of positive energy he ever was, and has a bunch of healing spells that are not useful for this. He has Mage Hand.
Cool.
That would be very useful, actually.
Yeah, he has Mage Hand, and he has Levitate, actually.
I
So-
honestly think just
Who is this?
The
The boy?
vampire. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is, before he was ever a vampire, he's a 9th level oracle.
damn.
Yeah. So Yeah, he has
So
levitate, so he can be your step ladder, and he has mage hand. And the individual glass sculptures are light enough for mage hand. Oh, speaking of which, y'all are in various states of oh crap where stuff is concerned. He as thanks for defending him, Humam, you are going to receive lesser restorations. He will see that you're kind of walking like you're having trouble with your armor. Did the shadows get you?
Yeah, they did. I have half my strength. Oh, thank you.
Here, I can still take care of that.
Thank you so much.
He said he took me because he thought I would be the ultimate assassin where other vampires were concerned. He was head of an assassin's guild. I guess you killed all the other trainees.
I guess we did. Or at least I hope we did.
I mean, they were sort of like me, but... Did you get the doppelganger and invisible stalker? Or not invisible stalker, the doppelganger and faceless stalker?
Did we?
I guess not.
You don't remember encountering any creatures that you ever knew were a doppelganger and invisible stalker.
Okay, yeah, we didn't.
So we guess not. I'm guessing they're back in town with the rest of the prisoners. And there was two who ran away in the middle of combat.
Yeah, there was like a married couple who were in that room up there, away from the other prisoners, not restrained. That did happen.
I asked him about those guys. Are those the stalker and the faceless one?
Yeah, I was the one that seemed suspicious of them. Everyone else was like, they're living and everyone else is undead, so they must be fine. That was very
I was suspicious with you, dude. I figured out that they were lying.
That sounds like them, yeah. I mean, they're assassins. They were never turned. The Order wanted a couple of people who could work out in the sunlight. They could use that ring of swimming that you found.
I see. Well, I don't know where they went. We don't know where they went.
Yeah, you guys don't know.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so I think now is the time to bring Leon back in on this.
Sure.
Okay, so if it's just me and Landier doing, could we use the 10,000 just to resurrect him and take it as like a group thing?
It's group loot no matter what, so we'll have to make a decision as a group. And my call is, if anyone doesn't want to participate, I will take on their portion as either loot or debt.
I just have a question. What are you doing with the vampire in the 6 days? Does he get thirsty on this time?
Hey, guys, I have a solution.
Bring it.
I hand you all my equipment. I go over to the kid. I stick my fingers in his mouth and have him bite down.
That wouldn't solve anything, I don't think.
You use my my gold and all my money. You save him. You just leave me to die.
How would that save him, though?
Why?
I need to save him.
Why would you let you die?
I mean, if you really want,
Because freaking life has been horrible. Nothing is simple anymore. And my character just wants honestly a direct solution that she's in control of. You want to save him? She's willing to give you all her equipment, which should pay off the needs
we already have enough money to do it.
And we already have a vampire. We don't need to.
Yeah, if you die from him, you're just gonna...
Well, he chooses whether you wind up a spawn, a vampire, or a corpse.
Yep.
And he will make this choice. I mean, here's one thing I'll say. His alignment is currently neutral evil. Like, that changes immediately upon him being turned, which he was turned in his room with the sister neck right over there sleeping. That's why they left in gaseous form together. That's why there was the whole locked door mystery thing going on. So, like, he is, like, he will not necessarily, like, if you sense motive on him, he's not lying when he says he'll be good, because he knows you're gonna be on his case. But he is currently evil, and if he ever feels like he's not in danger from you, he's gonna do shit. Currently, he feels like he's in danger from you.
Yeah, my thought exactly.
Yeah. And
so
if you work at it, you'll be able to keep that feeling alive in even the long term. But yeah, continue.
So we have a solution that is straightforward. We just take the money, and if anybody doesn't want to help with it, we'll just add it to our share of like that.
I would say it would be fair for if you guys decided that like, normally I'm a little bit strict in terms of I don't want you to deny people group loot. If someone opts out of helping with the chandelier and wants to do other downtime shit instead, and you deny them a share of the chandelier as a result, I would say that's fair.
I disagree.
I'll help with the chandelier.
But yeah, I mean, it's your choice. I'm just saying I would let you do it. Whereas
I think everybody would like to do the thing with the chandelier. What we are not agreeing upon is what to do with the loot. You guys want to take everything and turn it into something to fix this boy with.
Right. So
I don't really agree with that.
So unless you're giving them an opportunity to make an equal amount of gold by doing something else, it doesn't solve the overlying issue of what people want to do with the party loot. So the solution is, if people opt out, then it becomes a burden on the players who wish to take it on. I'm offering to do that myself, and anyone else who wants to do that is welcome to. I'm
gonna help. I'm definitely gonna help.
So Leon definitely, at this point, we'll explain everything to him.
Yeah, add him to the chat.
Okay.
That works. I'm willing to help with the demonitoring of the chandelier, but the distributing of loot we need to talk about.
Okay. So I'll bring him back in when you. The one last thing I want you to explain is how you go about bringing him back into town.
So one other little thing, we're going to not tell Leon that he's undead. We're going to say he is in need of expensive spellcasting services to remove a curse and this is what will be the result of that.
Okay.
And why are we not telling him that he's undead?
Because he'll kill him.
He hates undead,
Leon,
he's gonna kill him?
Yeah, Leon has kind of a thing about that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So he'll kill them. He'll kill him instantly with no regard for anything, because there's no hope. Why doesn't he commit suicide then? Isn't he technically like undead?
No, Damphir are living for. They're both living and undead. Actually, I say that no, they're not undead. They straight up aren't.
Okay, but at least he's more undead than most people, so you figure.
Okay, he just sent a bunch of question marks, so. Yeah.
Okay, I say we don't tell him.
So.
There's no way I am not telling him.
Do you say that out loud, or do you let them think that you're going to go along?
Yeah, I say it out loud.
It doesn't mechanically make a difference to him.
To be honest, like in character, I wouldn't even approach Leon's character, because why is he even a knight? He was just like a vampire we found at a fucking orc's dungeon.
He was heroic in the process of.
He was I'm not saying out of character. Out of character, he's a player. He needs to play the game with us. But in character, why would we approach him? Why would we go to someone who's gonna kill our little kid. I'm just saying. Like, we have to tell him just because, you know, he's a player. I don't want him to miss out on the game.
Okay. So you got so
Okay,
guys-
I want to hear from Torsiv. Why do you feel like you need to tell him? Why can't it just be some other thing that he doesn't know about?
No, because I don't think you should let the vampire out in the world. I think I made that point quite clear.
It's going to be for a week, and then he's going to be a human again.
And you are certain of this?
Yes.
Okay, well, yes.
Yeah, I'm not.
Why?
I'm not participating in the chandelier part. My part is I'm watching him like a hawk. I'm making sure he does not do anything bad. I am strong enough to deal with him if need be.
You are playing with fire here, guys. This is an evil character. The moment you turned your backs, fall asleep, lose concentration, poof, you're either dead or he's gone.
Well, I guess we're not. We just have to keep awake.
Well, that's what watch is there for.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I mean, the watch is there for a reason. I mean, it's a pretty standard procedure.
okay. So
But okay, at this point, we're not going to convince you. So basically, we'll just tell Leon then because you're not going to be convinced otherwise. So let's go.
okay. So you go under the sort of he can go under the woods with the hat of disguise. The other prisoners don't think anything of him. But he can be under the canopy, but it's still a couple. Actually, you know, now that I think about it, you were teleported away and then you trudged back through the swamp. And I'd say it's still a couple hours before it's no longer daylight and he can go back into town.
Okay.
So would you wait?
I would at least. If you want to go ahead, that's their prerogative.
Yeah, maybe Darbo and Quince should go and deliver the other villagers back to town.
They would like that.
We'll stay here and watch over him, and maybe just get a better location, loot the place. Maybe we missed something. Yeah, you know, just standard stuff.
Okay. The boy will send a sending unless you stop him.
I ask him to tell me exactly what he's gonna do, and what he's gonna say.
I'm gonna send a sending to my sister. I'm gonna tell her that that I was rescued and what happened.
And that I'm a vampire.
Yeah, I was planning to work that in actually. I think she'll stand by me, like you guys did.
Yeah, I'll say more about that as well.
What's sending? That's 25 words. 25 words is very short to include.
Is Oracle.
Was there more?
So I can cast it a few
Yeah,
times.
is Oracle can spam.
Okay.
Okay.
Not spam, but well, you know.
Pretty high level spell for.
What
level?
feat does he have? What feats does he have? Does he have Scribe Scroll, maybe?
He does not have Scribe Scroll.
Okay. Oh well.
Yeah. Is
Maybe.
Oracle, is not Wizard. Does
Yep.
not.
Yeah, I know he doesn't get it, but he was like in the magical artifact stuff,
Yeah.
so maybe he bought it. He got it for like.
Yeah. And he all of his shit is stuff that makes him a more min-maxed healer. He is the guy you buy spellcasting services from. He may take crafting feats eventually.
What a coincidence!
But yeah.
What an ironic
Okay.
twist of fate.
Yeah.
So let's get Leon in here and we can roleplay all that.
So, so to make sure
Yo.
So to make sure I understand, Landir and Kufoth are at the temple still, while Quist and Serena take the prisoners back to town.
That sounds right. Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Leon, shortly after you
Yeah.
got into town, the couple that had been with you would basically part ways if you let them.
Yeah. I want to do a heal check and make sure they're all right before I release them back into town.
All right, go ahead and roll.
I need to pull up roll 20. Somebody do a 20 plus 7.
I'll go ahead. $22. I don't believe you would notice any injuries.
Cool. All right.
Any like, would he get a passive sense motive or perception to if they had any other nefarious things going on?
Yeah, I mean, these were the two people that were in the room, right?
Yeah.
The really nice room.
Yeah, they were in the nice room and they weren't tied up.
Okay. I don't remember specifically.
They claimed that they were prisoners.
Yeah.
Were you there during the fight when we fight against the vampire the first time?
Yeah, and then they ran the fuck away.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean anything.
as soon as their turn came up, they FO'd out of the temple. As soon as you were occupied by something else, they fucked off away from you.
Right.
Could we use the sending to tell the villagers what we know about them?
Hmm.
Or
Yeah,
the
let me
ad-
see how many sendings he has. So he has a 9th level oracle. Oh, I have oracle up here. So as a 9th level oracle, he has 4 4th level spells per day, and he should actually have 5 because of his charisma score. So yes, he includes that information in the sending. This would be when the sister receives the sending, which which is around the time or maybe even before Leon you get back into town, and she would come out. She would volunteer this information.
Okay.
He sent me my brother. So she's talking with the commander.
Okay.
My brother. He sent me. And when you walk in the room, she'll just come right out and say, "My brother sent me a sending. He said the others have gotten to him. He's all right."
Good.
Roll sense motive, by the way.
Yeah.
There was a couple. There.
I mean, I'm naturally suspicious of
Yeah.
these people because they were in a room, but that's a shitty roll. So.
Yeah. The sister being the sister of the person you were sent to rescue.
Mhm.
And she was talking with your commander.
Mhm.
But he says
1 second.
he said one other thing, that in the temple there would have been a couple, a faceless stalker and a doppelganger.
Oh, huh. I just brought them back to town. They looked normal.
The commander stands up and draws her sword and is immediately like, where? Can we still get them?
I suppose. I mean, I just got back, so.
Okay. You run outside. Let's get survival checks to track them.
Oh, I have that.
See if the commander has it as well.
I've never sat at her.
Then never mind.
I'm not sure exactly what level she's supposed to be. It's kind of nebulous. I know she's a paladin. So she doesn't have many skills. 17 versus is it an opposed survival? Here.
Yeah, it's an opposed survival to remove their tracks.
Okay.
And they'd be at reduced speed if they're doing that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very speed. Like
Um,
half.
Well, though once they're in town, that's significantly less.
I mean, once they're in town, the big struggle is picking up their tracks from everyone else's.
Mhm.
I'm gonna see if any of them has a convenient number for me to employ. In any case, you know what? I'm actually gonna look up the skill rules.
Sure.
Skill descriptions.
I can open a cold one.
You're not old enough to drink.
I'm asking who's doing it. And what?
Yeah, he might be actually.
Well, if in Jordan maybe he is. Well, no, in Jordan's a Muslim country. Shouldn't alcohol be illegal altogether?
It's a good
Yeah,
point.
it's basically illegal. There's a lot of shops that sell it for like Christians, because that we do have Christian population.
Mm.
That's about it. And of course, some fancy restaurants serve it as well.
Can't you have like meat or something? Isn't there like loopholes with that?
What?
Meat is made from honey, not from barley or grapes.
I think it's just anything that intoxicates you.
Okay, it depends. Maybe it depends on the translation. One of the translations was you cannot be imbibe of fermented grapes or grains or something.
No,
like that.
it's not about anything about fermentation. Like fucking vinegar is fermented.
I can't remember the exact wording, but there was one interpretation where it was
The ruling really is anything that makes you intoxicated
Mhm.
in like high quantity. You can't even drink a low quantity of it.
Mhm.
For example,
So-
like wine, you need a lot of wine to be intoxicated.
So you can't
even
have
drink a little bit.
caffeine or anything else.
Caffeine doesn't make you intoxicated.
The fuck it doesn't.
So, yeah.
Anyway,
So, are you trained in survival?
Yes.
Okay, so, do size of the creatures being tracked every 3 creatures. It's only 2. 24 hours. There's nothing about urbanness. I mean, I'm just inclined to feel like, I don't know. I'm just inclined to feel like you shouldn't. Or
Yeah, I
maybe-
can agree to that.
I do remind you that they were in a swamp, so maybe their
Yeah, but
tracks
then
is a
they.
bit-
Do you know? Yeah, you know that does make sense. So I'll have one of them. I'll have one of them roll. So wisdom. Okay. Yeah, you are able to kind of go to
Okay.
around the yeah, you are able to so let me think where they'd have gone. They'd have wanted to
I'd expect them to have a room in a hotel or something already established.
No, they were staying in that temple. Yeah, you would track them to the entrance of a hotel, and there the trail would go dead because that's where they would wipe their shoes.
Okay. Well, then we talk to whoever's at the front gate, whoever's at the front door. Looking for a description of 2 people. They are not human, and they need to be slain or whatever.
Roll diplomacy.
The commander being there should probably get a roll as well.
Yeah. Is that 13 diplomacy?
Hmm.
Seeing that she's a paladin, he's inclined to believe her. And so he does say, on the upper floor, such a couple did check in. Room 5. They have the only key.
That should be a problem.
Not if you break it down and cover the exit like a window.
Do you want to go up and I'll cover the window, or do you want to go up together? She's the commander, so
She's inclined to just go up and go for it. She's not.
Okay.
You've not learned that either of these guys can fly.
Well, they can still jump. Unless they're white people.
So,
Shout out to anyone who knows that movie.
So yeah, if that's the case, then she's inclined to be the one at the door. So if you want to
yeah,
wait outside,
that works.
okay. So going around. Let's see.
Oh, excuse me.
You are excused.
So yeah, she would knock on the door. They would not realize anything was wrong. She would probably announce. Yeah, they wind up in front of you
Okay.
as they go down from the window. They will attempt to climb. So, yeah.
Can I get a hit on them as they try to exit the window?
The window is a story up, so not immediately. Let's go ahead and enter initiative.
Sure.
Let's see. Faceless Stalker gets 7. Doppelganger gets 1. Okay. And the commander, whose role will be played in the initiative tracker by Bulbasaur.
Hell
Damn.
yeah, dude. Bulbasaur. Best star.
Okay. So she would go first. She would climb out the window. She will make her check. She'd look behind her. She would see you waiting there. And actually, that would cause her not to climb out. She's gonna close the window up and wait inside.
She's not going to run down and help?
She opens the window and sees you waiting. I mean...
Yeah, but, I mean, you phrase it like she's closing the window and hanging out in the room. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess she would still try to climb down, so...
It's one story up. She could probably jump.
Well, I mean, give her like 2 or 3 rounds to run down the stairs and go through the interior.
Yes, but there's a paladin in front of the door.
I thought we were talking about the paladin.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were
No.
talking about too.
No, it's doppelganger.
Okay, I thought you were telling me there was a paladin that was trying to get down after them.
No, initiative starts when they open the door,
Okay.
when they open the window. So, yeah, I mean, the paladin's gonna get down there eventually, so they're gonna want to try to get away from you. Um, so, yeah. She's able to get down, and she winds up in front of you. She will provoke once.
Okay. Not undead.
Not undead.
So it's only a few bonuses to this one. That one.
All right. That is. Let's see. 10. So she still has enough movement to run 30 feet away from you. Your turn.
Let's see here. Command. Will 15.
Okay.
Approach is the command.
Is this does this have the charm descriptor?
Compulsion.
Okay. She approaches you.
So on her turn, she moves toward me as quickly as possible. Cool.
His turn.
You do have a move action, by the way.
I do.
Yeah.
But I need her to come to me, so I can't really go anywhere else. So, let's do what he's doing.
Okay. Yeah, he feels the same way about climbing down.
Hope I don't nat one this.
He falls into the bushes, and so
Are you giving them a reflex save to not fall prone?
I hadn't been. No.
Well, you should probably do that if you want. If you think it's a bit too little of a fall, then yeah, that makes sense. It's only one story.
So,
Provokes?
yeah. Though only if you have combat reflexes.
Well, I just
Yeah,
had a
you
round,
yeah,
so
you
it
just
should
had
be
a round, that's right.
23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 12.
With what?
Star Knife, piercing. +1.
Okay. Only some of that damage happens.
What type of knowledge do you know what they have in terms of damage reduction? I'm just curious because
yeah.
you know they're not undead or anything.
She will strength check. She gets into the door. And runs over, sees what's going on down there. And that'll be her turn. She approaches you.
Cool. This provokes. I'm going to try to grapple.
Okay.
Do you have another provoke?
No.
He means on his turn.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, that's the wrong number. That is definitely the wrong number. 20. Correct number.
20. 20 is enough to grapple her. So you provoke from both of them?
Yeah, I suppose so. One's prone.
I will apply the appropriate penalty.
Hmm.
17 is her.
AC 17.
Or is him, so she does get a claw on you. For 5 damage.
Okay. Okay.
His turn.
A lot of split up party this session.
Yeah, that happens occasionally.
He is going to stand up. That will provoke if you can.
I have to grapple.
Yeah. And he will 5-foot step in such a way as to flank with her. And,
Okay.
make a slam attack. That is the wrong thing. It should be 18, which hits you.
Yep.
7 damage, and here's the fun thing.
Okay.
He gets a grab attempt.
Okay. CMD is 6.
He loses.
Okay.
Paladin is going to see there. She is probably gravely shit at climbing because armor, and will therefore pull out a bow. I'm going to give her arbitrary but high bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
She wins.
Good.
Let's go. Or no, I guess. And she'd already crossed him, so let's see. Reciprocal. She should have at least one. 19 on him. That wins, and so another. And actually, you did Pierce's damage reduction earlier. I'd read it wrong. Her turn. All she really can do is attempt to make a full attack.
Okay.
I believe your penalties to AC and her penalties to attack cancel out. So 19.
That'll hit.
Okay. This is from 2 hits. I'm slapping them together. 10 damage.
Okay.
Your turn.
More grappling. This time with the correct number. 21.
You win.
Cool. So
You-
pinned.
You think you get a free attack.
I-
But she's pinned to the
You
ground.
you can choose to apply damage or severe the condition of the grapple. That was
Yeah, we're gonna make that a pin. Just so that it's done.
Okay. He looks really fucking pissed at you. And is... You get off of her! $23.
Hits.
For for 4.
Okay.
Grab attempt is la la la. He loses. She's going to continue firing at him. Yeah, there would have been a minus penalty before, so I'm going to assume I was taking that into account with the numbers I wound up with. Law, she loses. Crit threat, confirms. She does 33 damage.
Cool.
Kills him with an arrow through the heart.
Awesome.
Her turn. She looks absolutely furious. She is going to full attack you.
Can she do that? As a being penned?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, I'll look.
I think the limited list of actions is try and fight the pin. Used to be a really good grapple flowchart, but can't fucking find it.
Yeah. Can always attempt to free itself. Verbal mental actions. Yeah. Doesn't say they can attack, so she will... is CMB one of the checks she can make?
Okay.
Or is
Found
it
it.
strength?
Penned creature.
I read it. Can she...
Oh, okay.
So is it's CMB, right?
Yeah, CMB is the rolling number.
So 19.
Beats my 16.
Okay, so she forces... Does it go back to a grapple, or does she force you
Yeah,
off
we're
of her?
back into the grapple condition.
Alright. And that was a standard?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your turn then.
We're gonna do that again and hope I don't fail. Rip. Unless it's lower than 10, but
No.
I get a +4. Because previous condition. But I think I still fuck it.
Okay. 18 hits.
I figured she was gonna run down and help and then we'd interrogate, but that's okay.
It would take too long. The fight would be over by the time she got down there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 13 and 8. Her turn. She wants at this point to break the grapple.
Okay. That shouldn't be hard. Yep.
That's a standard action.
I think so, yes.
Still has to get up off the ground.
Was she on the ground?
She was
Yeah.
pinned, so
So,
She's not necessarily on the ground, but that's schematics.
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
I'll put it this
And
way.
doesn't-
If she was on the ground, so are you now.
Yeah.
Because you would have been on top of her. So,
Yes.
sure, she'll stand up from prone. You will take the penalty for being prone, and she will take the penalty for being prone. So just make a melee attack.
Okay. That number is exactly the same.
Do damage.
$20.
Damage?
Oh, sorry. That's supposed to be a D8.
Yeah,
9.
That make not sense. Um,
Weapons need to have a D20.
so, um, yeah, she's down. The paladin will at this point run around and go out. And the odds of her bleeding out, I think the Faceless Stalker was rendered dead. Actually, he got from 20. He took 33 damage. Yeah, he was rendered dead.
Okay.
She has a negligible chance of not managing to be up by the time the paladin is able to get down and stabilize her. So she's gonna be alive.
Good.
So at this point, Darby and at this point, unless you just specifically want to, the commander would do the interrogation.
No, I don't care as long as it gets done.
All right. So,
Dude, come on, don't let Puppy RP with himself.
I want to get the party back together.
So we'll fast forward to when the next thing that was scheduled to happen is a couple of hours before, an hour or two before dusk. Quist and Serena show up back in town with the 8 prisoners you remember from the temple.
Cool. Oh my god, I thought you were dead.
Yeah, we teleported randomly outside and slowly gathered the party again and went back in and killed the vampire.
Oh, good. Did you get any literature that needed to be burned?
No, not other than the spell book. Find something else, though.
Something else?
Yeah, we find the kid.
Oh, right, good. Yeah, I heard about that through the sending. Is there
Yeah.
any reason I need to roll a sense motive on we didn't find anything that needed to be burned?
Nah, you're fine. I mean, the vampire had a spell book, but he was a He was a transmuter, so.
Okay.
Something about the kid you might need to know.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's just a
Eastern.
kid, right? Oh.
Not anymore.
Right. Well, that needs dead. Or have you done that already?
No,
We
the
have a
party
plan.
is...
Yeah, Kevin.
Kevin, don't talk.
Kevin, you're not there.
Oh, sorry. He went to the town. I'm sorry.
The party is kind of divided here.
Divided how? It needs to be dead.
They want to revive it somehow. So they have a plan to get together a lot of cash and reverse the effect of the undead thingy.
I mean, can I roll something to see if that's even remotely possible?
Spellcraft or knowledge religion.
They're both the same. I feel like religion would be more appropriate, but I'm gonna go with spellcraft.
Can roll both.
14 spellcraft and 6 religion.
You know that resurrection spells exist, but you don't know specifically how they interact with undeath.
We did.
I mean, I'm not against trying to save somebody, as long as they do not themselves try to resist saving.
Yeah. He says he will be good. In my eyes, this is an evil creature, but if you want to spend all our cash,
None of your cash is gonna go, okay?
Are you here now?
Kufoth is not there that I know of.
Yeah, I know, but like he's saying it as if like out of character.
Mom?
He's saying it as yeah. Okay, fine. I'll shut up.
It's well, it'll just be a debt he'll have to repay. If he sees his assets, he really cares so much about it.
Come again? I didn't catch that.
If he wants to be, does he want to be cleansed of the blight?
Yeah, he says he does, and I guess it was Darby who kind of suggested that he could take the curse and wander out into the wild and never bother anyone again. We didn't really think that would work.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. But if we can cleanse him, we will take the debt temporarily, and then he will owe us money. If that is what the party agrees upon.
Okay, sure. As long as the vampire does not go into the world, then I'm satisfied.
Yes, pretty much. Let's get your people arrested and taken care of, and then head back.
Yeah, we need to make accommodations for all the prisoners we found in the temple.
Yeah.
Okay.
To speed this up, do you want us to just throw money at an innkeeper, or?
I mean, it's not it's a negligible amount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So, a couple hours later, around shortly after dusk, the kid and the rest of you would get back. I would like to go ahead and handle that in text RP. Shut up, Humam. But one thing we need to do while we're still here is the Hell Knight test.
Cool.
This is for Darby.
Yes.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. So I don't need to be here for this.
Well, your buff spells would be of use if you want.
If you have anything that is more than 10 minutes or 10 minutes per level.
I have heroism, I think. Let me check.
I have heroism as well.
Can we buy shit in town while the thing is going on?
Yes.
Cool. Is there a price limit to the town?
I don't feel like I want to put it. I would say maybe. Tentatively, I'll say 5,000 as a hard limit.
Okay. I just want to grab Deathwatch eyes real quick. Like, hey.
Okay.
That way I can just see if something's undead, and I don't need to worry about casting anything.
Okay. So, let's see. So, Darby, your mentor has been training you. And leads you. Let's see. Yep, that's good.
If you have heroism as well, I'm going to pack it in here because it's getting late here and I need to get up early tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
So
You can go ahead and go.
I will wrap up, guys. So thanks for the game.
Yep, cool. Catch you
So
Saturday. Right? No? Next,
no.
no, the next game is Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah, because Friday not happening and Saturday I can't anyway.
Yep. All right, cool.
Cool. Bye then.
So, Darby, technically, according to the rules of the test, I believe I said that I would let you have your base attack bonus. for the adventure. For this host devil to apply for the test, I have to undo that. So, you should just be a 6th level fighter.
Hey, I'll take care of that then.
So 59.
You know, there's an unseen benefit here. I just picked up Deathwatch Eyes, so if he comes close to death, we can sweep in and save his ass.
No, we cannot. We'll be executed.
Well, the way I see it, it's either that or pay a bill.
Well, pay a bill is better than have total power kill.
The Hell Knight will not actually execute you because it would be illegal. You were in some... In Cheliax, he could just do that. Here, in Ustalov, no. So, I'm moving you to the test.
Right. We get a bad mark against Hell Knights everywhere, but
Yeah.
aside from that, everything's okay.
Yeah. In my mind, the Mentor will give up on Darby after he fails for the 3rd time, if that happens.
If you try to take it 3 times. That's a dedicated mentor.
I mean, Darby does have promise. He has a lot. She has a lot. Serena has a lot of motivation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I'm looking for stuff with 10 minutes or more.
okay. Darby, on the screen you're on, make sure that you have up-to-date hit points, because I believe you don't.
Oh, yeah, there would be 63. Okay.
So, last time we went through the whole thing, and throughout the ceremony, you did several rites. You swore an oath to uphold the measure and live by the chain.
Yes. Yes, I did.
And so we'll figure out what buffs you have on, and then we'll start.
Okay.
Let's get initiatives. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Cool. Didn't get fucked this time.
Poppy, what did you say? Never mind, I don't even have the money.
5K.
Yeah, I know, but I don't even have the money for it.
Well, what do you want? I have money.
I wanted maybe an extended rod, an extension rod.
How much is that?
That would be cheating.
Well, you
Oh,
did the first time.
like the meta magic feat extend spell. Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
And even the one that makes it last longer, that's not cheating. That's just a buff.
No, the last longer thing is fine. Using it to cast it from far away is cheating.
Well,
Oh yeah, definitely. That's
you allowed me to do shield other if it had the enough range. So, but it didn't have enough range. If I do have extend rod,
I think
that
that
would-
was.
I can do.
I think that was. I think that though that was that it lasted long enough.
Yeah, it does last long enough, but he has to stay within 40 feet of me.
Exactly.
If I have the extend rod, it becomes 80 feet, so it can stay with me.
that
that's-
works. Though
yeah,
let me see.
That's a different technicality, which isn't bad. Though, if you want to do something cheap, why don't you just get the stone? You does the thing once.
Can I? Yeah, I don't know I don't know how that works.
Well, it's the same thing, except it only works once.
Sure.
Kevin, were you the one that found the meta stones?
For the T-Rex, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
We need the price of the extend one.
those are single use, but they're gems. Wave. They're pretty expensive. They're based on the normal price, not on the.
The lesser.
And extending is 1,000. I have no idea what the rod costs, though.
3,000 for less.
The lesser. Damn. Yeah.
So it's 1,000 for one use only. 3,000 for 3 times a day forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could use it 3 times a day forever. Like I have a lot of spells that have like shield leather. I could cast it like on 3 of you.
Extend is almost a requirement for a healer.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Alright.
It's like a cure light. I mean, a range is a lot. It's really useful.
I can float you the 3K. You pay me back.
Yeah, sure. I'll pay you back.
Okay. Just make sure you write it down.
Yeah, I'm writing it on my sheet.
Okay.
Wrote it down. Dabo, stay always within 80 feet of me.
Let me give you an aura.
Oh yeah, that's a good distance.
Also, Kevin, have a +2 against all your future corruption saves.
Okay, I'll try to remember that.
That looks awesome.
Damn, son.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we'll deal with that after the trial.
You also have resist energy. Whatever type you would like me to cast it on you.
Let's go fire, just because.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I couldn't find anything good enough, fast enough, so you're gonna have to go in with those things.
Okay.
+1 to save, take always half damage, and yeah, that's about it. And you have 20 damage energy resistance fire.
Okay. Is that all?
That is all.
So, describe Darby, your character, as she stands, waiting for the creature to appear.
She's just standing there with the rapier ready, not quite knowing what to expect. But identify whatever's gonna come out.
You guys would have the opportunity to do research on this thing. So you could do knowledge planes checks in like a library or something. So I'll go ahead and tell you, and you would know this while you were preparing. So host devils have DR5 good. They have spell resistance 17. They have their only spell. They're light on spell-like abilities. They have detect magic, constant, greater teleport at will, and once per day summon. They can have a 40% chance of summoning another host devil. They can wield a weapon and still attempt their grapple checks, despite their weapon being two-handed. They can breathe noxious breath, which sickens people directly in front of them. They are immune to fire and poison. They have resistance to acid and cold.
Okay.
And yeah, let's see. They have their Ranseur, which I believe is not a reach weapon.
Think it is, but I could be wrong.
I'll check.
You keep going, I can check.
Okay. They have a fly speed of 50 feet with average maneuverability. They have 2 claws, but they either use the Ranseur or the claws. And they have Rend with some bleed, though they don't have the infernal wound thing that the other guy did.
Disarm and reach.
Okay. So they do indeed use reach weapons.
Gonna have an adequate way to fight it then, because
I mean, if it flies up in the air, and it can fly, it may well try to fly up in the air and just kind of rain down at you. You're gonna need to have a way to deal with that.
don't.
Maybe you could just buy a potion of fly.
How much is that?
Like 50?
750.
Oh, 750, damn.
I'll drop some gold on that then.
Okay. You won't be able to drink it until combat starts.
I'm prepared for that.
Oh.
I mean, I am going first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then you can bring in all the healing potions and stuff. Is there anything else? Any healing you want to buy? Any?
Protection from projectiles.
Projectiles?
It does not really have a means of firing projectiles. That would be wasted.
I get a potion of enlarge person.
All right.
Don't you use Dex for damage?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Be dealing enough damage probably to where that will be offset.
Remember that you take a penalty to dexterity while enlarged.
Yeah, so shouldn't you get a
Correct.
reduced person?
Yeah, large person would be -2 to your attacks.
Yeah, but reduced person gives you
Point.
+1 to attack, +1 another one to attack as a Dex, and no +1 to damage as well, and +1 to AC.
Okay, I'll
would
take
be-
a reduced
probably
person.
+2 to
then.
AC.
But
+2 to
then-
AC because Dex.
But then you do reduce your damage dice, so it would have an effect.
Yeah. So that's the effect. That's in effect a -1 to damage because it would go from D6 to D4.
Yeah.
I do get my dex to damage though.
Yeah.
that
So
would,
it would
that'd be
cancel out.
neutral. Yeah, it'd be pretty much neutral.
So
How
really,
much
it's
would
just a
a-
+2 to attack, +1 to AC.
Yeah. That's still better.
It's 50 GP. Cat's Grace would be 300 GP.
Unless you do... Oh, yeah.
Out of the way. Kevin, did you add those potions I found earlier?
Yeah, yes, I did.
Good. Means I don't have to look at it twice.
Do they have any spells that they might use? those.
I listed their
demons.
spell-like
Devil.
abilities earlier.
Because I can cast spell immunity. Would that work?
There's really nothing it would be applicable to.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just asking. Go ahead. I think it's good enough to start.
Okay. So,
Right, so first turn, I'm going to pop the potion of reduced person.
okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna shrink down.
Okay.
Like, so do I guess I just turned into a tinier version of myself, not
Yes.
Okay.
Try to bait him into here, just so you have a more open space to fight. Because you do have a move action left. And I'm gonna stop giving you tactical advice from now on.
Can somebody explain what an accent pill is?
It gives you an accent.
That's
So-
actually what it is?
Gives you an
Yes.
accent.
Okay.
Makes you sound
So-
like the person using their mannerisms, so it's a little better actually. So like you can pretend to be someone, I think.
Okay.
He's going to fly upward.
Right? He's going to fly upward. I pop the potion of fly.
Okay.
Let me see here. But I do gain a bit more. So after doing that, I will wait and see what he does.
Okay. Well, pulling out and popping it is your turn, so.
Okay.
He had other plans, but now is going to charge you.
Okay. See if he can beat my new AC.
I feel. Let me double check for. Does not have power attack. Interesting.
Ooh,
I
that's new.
feel like maybe he'll be able to.
6.
So does that hit?
That does hit, yes.
Okay.
Take 5.
Serena.
Going to 5-foot step
He
and
is.
full attack him.
He is far enough up that you would.
Diagonal 5-foot step then.
Technically, you can't 5-foot step up.
Alright, then I'm only making a single attack. Come on. Ooh, crit threat.
26 does confirm.
Still get some nifty bonuses. Also, damage no matter what it seems.
Remember that your damage dice is around 1d4, not a d6.
I've got the Warp Priest thing from.
Also, or did you not get the crit, or
Oh shit! Whoops, sorry. Let me roll that again.
okay? I'm and here let's do 2d4 just for those dice.
Okay, I didn't get to finish explaining.
Oh. Okay.
I have advanced weapon
Hey.
training, focused weapon.
Yeah, he got a feat for the weapon, advanced weapon training, I think.
Okay.
Would you have to be level 9 for an advanced weapon training though?
Oh.
Sure.
So that damage
Feet.
happens. Or at least a portion of it does. So he will respond. He is going to, as standard action, breathe his noxious breath at you. You need to make a fortitude save.
Okay.
Remember the +1?
You win. And he will 5-foot step back.
Or what?
What?
Okay, okay. So he's 5-foot step directly back. Then
Yeah.
I'm trying to just get an idea of the movement in a 3D plane. Okay, I 5-foot step and then I full attack his ass.
What that 3 means. See the 3? What that
How many? Oh, sorry.
so to be on the ground is to be in square 1. To be 5
Okay.
in the 5-foot cube above that is to be in 2. To be in the 5-foot cube above that is to be in 3.
All right. Now crit threat, but does that hit?
29 hits.
One hit.
I think not.
15 damage before DR.
A portion of that happens.
His turn.
Are you adding the heroism bonus, by the way?
Some bonus to damage.
It's not to damage, it's to attack. It's +2.
Would a 23 hit him then?
Yes.
Sorry, puppy.
Before stuff.
Okay. Creature hisses. Moves back and it's gonna go for a full attack.
Because I'm a kitty.
15,
Miss.
12. So it strikes at you with its rancer and you just dodge out of the way.
Alright. 5-foot step. Show me the money! Fuck. Oh shit.
Crit threat!
That's a no.
Oh shit. Does
The 30 still hits though.
It's
16. Before, okay, so now it's its turn.
It hisses again, and it is going to full retreat.
Okay. Let's see.
And it
You can charge it.
it built 1. It built
Oh.
1. It went 1 square up throughout that.
I will charge it.
You cannot charge up.
Crap. Okay.
Are host devils known to be like, tactical? Or
Well, I mean, this isn't super tactical. This is just
Yeah.
being
like,
intelligent.
like
Yeah.
when somebody escapes, they're being tactical. They want to
have
live
an
to see another day.
I mean, they have an intelligence score of 10, and it's not leaving permanently. It's just running.
Yeah,
into
it's just a lore question. I don't really care about the combat itself.
I move up to it.
Okay.
End. Because that's all I can do with that.
Actually, try. It did kind of move stupidly last time, so it's gonna try just going directly away from you. So full retreat again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 19.
Okay. Do I see anything like its wounds closing up?
No, you don't see that. Nor would your research have indicated that it had fast healing.
In that case, I kind of just good point. My shit will wear off if I don't fight it.
Puppy,
Puppy,
could I move along the lines of the arena?
Yes. Go
Okay.
ahead and make a double move if you want.
Yeah, I'll move. Can I like time my movement with Serena? Just so that she stays within the thingy. So you have to move right like here.
I guess.
It's your call, Puppy. If you don't want it, if you want it to like just be stationary, I don't really mind. Just a little nice thingy.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to charge it. I know I'll lose my bonus, but I'm sure I can scare him into going back into it.
Are you sure you can charge that far?
How many times your movement can you move in a charge?
2.
Twice.
Ah, shit. Okay, never mind. And I lost 10 feet of movement and stuff because of my shrinking, right?
No, you did not
No.
lose any movement.
You have 60 feet in movement because you're flying.
So you have 120 feet of charge.
So you were like here.
Oh, then I can reach him.
Yeah.
Put into account the other bonuses and stuff. Come on. Ooh, crit threat.
That confirms.
Thank goodness. And everything is appropriate. 26.
Describe to me how you kill this creature.
Yes.
Escape. I just run my rapier straight through it, and I just scream as I rip it up through his torso.
Your mentor immediately walks out into the arena, clapping. He beckons
Alright,
you.
I'm also clapping.
He beckons you to land.
Okay, I land. Where is he? Is in the arena.
Yeah, he's in the arena. I don't have a token for him. I congratulate
That was
you.
awesome.
Yeah, and I didn't like. I was not fucking around or holding back, and you had the thingamawop, but it did not make the difference.
Yeah, the buffs did not really make that difference, except for that one attack.
Yeah, but yeah, even with that one attack, you still would have won anyway.
Yep.
He was retreating. His plan was to summon.
Ah.
So there was a 40% chance of a Dark Souls gargoyle moment
Awesome.
where a second one showed up. But you were able to shut that down.
Shut that shit down, boy.
Cool.
So then, he has you kneel.
Which I do.
He pulls out his I forget right now what the I forget right now what the favorite weapon was.
Pike.
Yeah, the pike.
It's the order of the pike, dude.
Yeah, but it's not. They don't. They call it that though. It hasn't. the weapon is not itself called a pike. I think they use another name for it. It's like it's a long spear. I think it is.
Which is what a pike is.
Yeah. So he pulls out his long spear, steps back, and rests the tip of it against his shoulder. You've shown yourself worthy of the title Hell Knight. Stand, sister in arms, and let us dress you in your armor.
I'm so happy.
Like a girl on prom night.
Yeah, you are. I mean, you earned that. Like that was not.
Mhm.
Like that. You did not end up like you kind of had a safety net, but you did not end up needing it.
So proud of you, Darbo. Good job, dude.
Yeah.
And of Serena, of course. Like the character and the player.
I can have my Hell Knight armor made of mithril.
Yes, it can be made of mithril.
That's gonna cost a lot of cash, man.
I still got my share, and I've still got a good amount of gold.
Yep.
Sure.
Barely spent any, even with those potions.
That's awesome.
So is Torso the only one who doesn't want to kick in for the kid being restored?
I mean, as long as we get paid back, I don't care.
You want him to pay back from?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Well, it's like impossible, kinda, because it's
He's
like
not an
10,000.
He's not
for
an
him.
adventurer. He's not going to make that kind of money.
Yeah,
Not 10,000.
he's just a shop owner.
It is.
Isn't
10
Raised Dead cheap
It
as
is
fuck?
10,000 for a
Raised Dead
resurrection.
won't work.
No, Raised Dead doesn't work.
Raised Dead requires an intact corpse, and
Because you need the whole body.
there's no way of killing a vampire that does not involve rendering the corpse non-intact.
Without decapitation.
All of them decapitate him or turn him to dust or utterly destroy
Yeah.
him or some shit like that.
Huh.
Yep.
Well, he'll pay me
So we need the
back.
resurrection.
Yeah.
And we need to go
It's
to
about it's about 11,000.
like, you know, when he's 60. And we have the money for it if we get the chandelier, remember in that dungeon?
Mm-hmm.
We found a way to get it down in 6 days and we'll get all the money from it. We were thinking
That's a
of
good
using
point.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, we already discussed how long it would take. It takes 6 days, and if we all work down on it, it'll take even less.
Yeah. So with that, I can't do it immediately, but I promise I will get some of the initial text RP done later tonight.
Yeah, I've put in 2 lines.
Cool. Poppy, about our text RP in for Leon's game. Do you want to do some stuff later? This week? Not at all. Fuck that game.
I don't know. I am busy tonight. I have a lot of schoolwork I need to do.
Yeah, I know you were busy a lot this week. By the way, what's the assignment about?
It's the short story for creative writing, and it is I honestly, this is peak homework for the semester. It's not going to get worse because nothing else I write is going to be 20 pages long.
So it just occurred to me. Really simple thing here. Let's put wrap a bag of holding over the chandelier and detach it so it floats around in the bag of holding. And then we can pull the top bit out of the bag of holding, attach it to something somewhere else, and then just unfold the bag around it.
I don't
Okay,
think you
here's
could
the thing.
get the mouth
The
of
bag of holding actually has like edges, and when it
Yeah.
touches it in an uncontrollable way, it's gonna shatter the glass.
that.
The glass
And
parts of it.
I don't know how you're getting it in a bag of holding because the mouth of the
Stupid.
bag of holding has a finite circumference.
Oh, yeah, you make a good point.
The idea is we're gonna disassemble it and then
Yeah,
reassemble it.
basically you're going to disassemble it and carry it in like crates full of straw. And you will need to make a diplomacy check to persuade the commander to let you sit on your hands while you do that. But if not, then she'll insist you move on, and you'll have to come up with something else.
Could we get a bonus because we're doing something good with that money?
That's
That's
why,
a good point.
That's why you're able to make the check at all. Because if it were
Okay,
just a matter
fair
of
enough.
personal wealth, she'd just be like, "Fuck you."
It's not personal wealth. It's about like resurrecting the kid.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's why you're able
yeah.
to make the check at all.
I suppose I do have I can give +7 to all of us.
So I'm trying. Yeah, and I think you got all the loot. If not, it was because there were. Oh, Masterwork Rancier for loot. Cause.
Was he called or was it summoned?
I have no fucking idea. Take the money.
Masterwork Rancer's not exactly gonna break the bank.
Yeah, that's not. But yeah, and I also might have you. I think I might I don't want to just hand you the chandelier, so a diplomacy check for her to help, and maybe a like I said, like one check to just fish for a natural one to see if you catastrophically fuck up. Let's do that right now, actually.
Could I channel positive energy next to it? Because I can give this. Read what I do with my channel energy.
I'll accept that.
Okay, so no natural... Unless we get double natural ones, it's kind of impossible.
Puppy, is it Ranseur?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that one.
I just didn't. Certain things don't look like how they sound to me. So
Yeah, it's spelled really weird. I think it's French, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that looks French.
Yeah.
Seur is kind of a French thing.
Yeah.
So we made it! Yay!
Yeah. So vote on loot this week.
Yeah.
Or I'll become your mom over the course of the week and then make you do it.
Oh, that reminds me. Kevin, make a will save.
Oh.
With a +2.
Yeah, because it's been a week since you
+2 because of the spell.
Yeah, but it's been a week since you've encountered anything sufficiently demonic. But it looks like you're fine.
Yep.
Good roll.
In regards to my game, I'm going to reword Forgotten Thing. It'll be part of another mechanic, but it will happen soon.
I'm not pushing for it. Does anyone want to do a game on Friday since we're not going to do a game on until Wednesday otherwise?
What about Saturday? Are we doing anything Saturday?
No, Saturdays are a day off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I can't remember if we did something last Saturday. That's why I'm asking.
If you guys
we
have...
did.
Oh, we did. Okay, cool.
So